Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Timber and Stone. Yes, we are back. I know it's been about 7 or 8 days since our last episode. Sorry about that. We had a motherboard failure, and I've got I think it's 1155 socket. It's an i7. It's the older Sandy Bridge, 2700K overclocked at about 4.2 gigahertz or whatever. And I mean, it's even in today's standards, it's a really decent motherboard and processor. And, well, my motherboard decided it didn't want to work anymore. Had some things happen with it, and it just heated up and did its thing and said, no more timber and stone for you this week, buddy. And so, yeah, it took me a little while to find another one online. Apparently, the Sandy Bridge weren't very popular, so they're not highly available. And I took my processor and motherboard to a friend's house who's got a little machine that he hooked up my processor to and motherboard up to, and he determined, told me, yeah, your motherboard's bad. And the processor was still good, though, fortunately, as you could tell. And we just had to wait until I could get a new Sandy Bridge motherboard in for that i7 processor to go on. And it took about a week. It took me about 3 days finally to find one. And then once I found one to procure it and get it here, it took, another 3 or 4 days for it to mail in. And put it back in place, and boom, everything's running great again. So we're back and everything's perfect again. So I can finally play some more Timber and Stone, which not only excites me, but I'm sure excites you guys a little bit too. Now, I went back and watched the last video, the last thing that I did, and here is the barracks. Now, what I've done is I've gone up, I let it finish the walls, and then went up one more level, because I just couldn't wait to play, and I didn't have my recording software fixed. But we've got it back. We didn't do much. I mean, as you can see, all we did was went up, straight up, with the original blueprint that we had drawn. I've just taken it up 6 blocks total. So, and I left this outside wall off, and I highly advise you do too when you're building, because if you leave that outside wall, it's basically an access point. They can get up and get everything else, then you can build up to everything else. Just made it real easy to build this so far. I mean, I went ahead and went crazy with all the as scaffolding, as you can see, but I didn't need most of it. I just went with it because there were so many people working that it made it easier for everybody to get there. Let's see. Right now, I'm trying to remember. I had said, I think what I'm going to do is make an L out of it, to be honest with you. Because this is all going to be outside, right? So, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a U for the roof. I'm thinking about the roof now. Do I want to do the whole U of the roof and this all at this height, like I said I was going to do up here, and then this one low, and then this all open? Or do I want to also leave this open because of it being the archery targets, archery range, and the melee range, or the melee targeting dummy area? This whole area right here is just archery and outdoorsy type stuff. So I was thinking I might leave the roof off of this side too, and then I would have this center area, and then let's unpause the game. The center, well, they're not doing anything. I don't have anything set for them to do, so it makes no sense to unpause it yet till I figure out what I want to do. This center area and this side open, which wouldn't look too bad, and then it would look like a C around it. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. This is a hard decision to make because this is a permanent decision. Do I think it would probably look better as a U with all? Yeah, we're going to do the whole U as an all ceiling because that will look better. It'll look like a full building. If I leave this open, it's going to look like an L-shaped building. And then I could, well, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know, folks. Yeah, because this isn't really going to get used all that much anyway, so it won't matter if it's got a roof on it. We'll do a whole U. Okay, so we know what we're doing now. Let's get some design plans going. We need some more castle brick designated, so we need to take this. Now, it doesn't matter how high it goes. This is going all the way up. I just got to look and see. I mean, it's not going all the way up, but it's going up to about, I guess that would be enough. Then it wouldn't interfere with the look of the wall there. All right, so we're going to take that up. How many did we go up to? So to there. And then that means that these need to go up. No, these might not. I don't know how much higher them need to go, because that's going to be a flat roof. But all of this has to go up too. So here, let me pause it. I'll be right back. I'm going to designate everything, and then I'll come back and we'll let it build. All right. So I've set up a bunch of stuff to be built, a bunch of well, not a bunch of scaffolding around here, there, and there, ramps, scaffolding ramps to get up there, which I might have to go up one more. I can't tell. I think they can go from there to up onto that to do that building. We'll see. And then I set some scaffolding up to be built right here. Some to be dug out there. You'll see what I'm doing here once they start building it. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, then that's fine. This is going to be just a little balcony you can walk around in, because I didn't have nothing else to do with this room, so, or at least nothing else I could figure to do with it, so yeah. There we go. Now they've got access to all this. Do I still have bricks? Yes, I do. I need to build some more hose. I don't know why they keep using up all these hose. I keep making good ones, bad ones. Hand tools. I've got a bad... I need to go through my farmers. One of my... Oh, no, I got 10. What am I not... Hose. Oh, it's picks. It's picks. That's picks, Zane. I got 2 solid hose, though. So I'm okay. Let's go ahead and throw some in there to do anyway. Oh, well, I got it. Oh, okay, they just haven't made them because they're still making bricks. Okay. All right. Sorry about the pause. Let's get back in there. Now, they should be able to get to everything from what they're doing here. Yeah, there we go. Check the U thingy and see how many builders we actually have. 1, 2, 6. Alright, so we can turn some more miners into builders, because we don't need any mining done. There we go. Still got plenty of hammers. Yeah, 10. Okay. Well, the town's really starting to look good. I'm really liking it. I hope you guys are. Once we get this done, then we're going to put our little forest over here. And we're going to build that little house for them 3 fellas right here. Or maybe even back here somewhere. I'm not sure. We might do them a nice little cottage or something back here. Haven't really decided. I know I said that I was going to do it several episodes ago. It will get done. It's just, you know, I'm sorry. Big things are important. Little houses. And my apologies aren't quite so much. But I do want to get it done. We'll probably cut in the next episode or the episode after and get that built now that I know where I can build. I got all this area free and this little area right here. I don't want everything so crowded, so I'll probably build it like right back here. And then maybe build the fisher's hut over here. Or vice versa. Put their little hut right here and then little fisher's hut right here so that the fisher can get out. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does actually look pretty good. That is normal castle brick top, and that is castle brick top when you go with the whole, I wanted to try it, and I actually like it. When you go with the castle brick, castle brick, and then you remove this, it looks like this. And I thought that would look good for a flat roof. And it actually does look pretty good for a flat roof. I like that. I like it a lot. So they'll get all this built. Once they get all this built, then we can tear down all the scaffolding. We can build these outer walls, and then we can start building roofs on it all. I already know how we're going to do the roofs, so that'll be an easy task. Just got to wait on them to get it all done. So I bought a toy last week while I was shopping around, and I got a Hubsan X4 quadcopter. And it's just this little old dinky, you know, quad. It's got a camera in it, a 720p camera, so that while I'm flying it around I can be recording. It does not have FPV. It's just, you know, FPV is where you first-person vision, first-person view, whatever. FPS, really. But it does not have that first-person view thing or whatever while you're flying it. But it will record, and then when you stop, you push a little button on it, it stops the recording, saves it onto an SD card. That I put a 32 gig SD card in it. And it saves it to that, and then I can hook the SD card into my computer, and then you can go back and you can watch the videos, the 720p videos that I've recorded while flying it. And I've been tinkering with it for about 2 or 3 days off and on, you know, because the batteries only last for about 5 minutes. So I bought like 8 batteries for it. That way I've got them, and I can fly it now. Each battery lasts about 5 minutes. So you can fly it for about 5 minutes, and then, you know, the lights will start blinking. You bring it in, you land it, and then you can put new battery in it. And the battery swaps out really quick. And I've been having a blast with it. You know, I really have. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. But what are they doing? Oh, we're out of bricks. Good golly. Well, we're almost done. I'll let them keep going at it while we're talking about the Hubsan. And so I get this thing out in the yard, and I was smart. You know, I went ahead and spent the 30 bucks and bought the entire crash kit for it. I've got a brand new body, a second body. I've got 4 additional motors to replace. I can replace all 4 motors if I have to, because I knew he was going to wreck it. I bought like, it come with like 16 propellers. It come with new lights, everything. You can replace everything except for the main board and the camera. And then you can still buy the main board and camera, you know, fairly cheap comparatively to the price of the vehicle. And which it was all, you know, even the whole kit and everything, it was under, you know, 150 bucks for all of it. So it was relatively cheap. You can get like just a regular Hubsan X4, the 107L, I think, which is the regular model without the camera, without anything special. It's just a 6-axis quadcopter. Was like 50 bucks. So they're really cheap, you know, for what they are. And I get it out there playing with it. I'm zooming it all over the place and learning how to fly it and doing flips and stuff with it. And yeah, I've already crashed it about a dozen times, but fortunately it's pretty durable. I mean, the thing is really durable. Like I said, I've crashed it about a dozen times. I still haven't broke it. I haven't broke anything on it. Got a few chips in the, you guys standing around? Oh, they're waiting on bricks. Do I have bricks being made? Let's make sure since I'm talking. Yeah, I got 2360. Good. I mean, I've wrecked it a dozen times and it's still, you know, functional, which is, you know, amazing considering, you know, I've wrecked it a dozen times. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I've had a lot of fun with it. You know, bought my 3DS as I mentioned, and I beat Zelda: A Link Between Worlds already. Waiting on the last week. I had a whole week that I couldn't play the computer, so I ended up really delving into that 3DS, and you know, I beat that, and that was actually a really good game to beat. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I've always been a big Zelda fan, so I mean, that's nothing new. But I really enjoyed that. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter 4. So if any of you guys play Monster Hunter 4 on 3DS, let me know. Leave me a little link or a message or something, and there's a chance maybe we can play together. That's a scary game. I don't know if any of you have played it. It's a very scary game. That is a game that I have to be careful with. I have to be really, really careful with. You could not get to you couldn't get down, huh? They done built you up. Freaking idiots. Alright, we got to build these guys some scaffolding. We can let them keep going, though. Construction, utility. But that's a game that I am scared of. And the reason that I'm scared of it is because... I'm going to go ahead and do it all the way up one. Because that is a game that I could get extremely, and I mean extremely addicted to. Scarily addicted to. Let's move back some. Is that working out right? Yeah. I mean scarily addicted to. That game is highly addictive. I mean, if you haven't played it, it's basically you start out as a normal guy, you run around with these really, really basic, low damage, low speed, low everything weapons, and you go out and you kill, basically, to put it very blunt, you basically go out and kill dinosaurs. Different types of dinosaurs. Special monster type dinosaurs, but they're dinosaurs. And you go out and you kill a bunch of them, you kill some, and they're all little ones that you're killing, and you're doing basic missions. And as you kill dinosaurs, that progressively get harder as you play through, when you're killing the ones that you're currently on, you get materials from them, like fangs and claws and fins and stuff like that. And you can use these fangs and claws and fins and skins and hides and stuff to build better armor and better weapons to help you kill the next ones easier, is, about the way it works. So you can kill all them, and you just keep progressively building up like that, gathering materials, because you need potions. Well, in order to make health potions, and they're health potions, they give you some juice back. To build health potions, you have to go farm honey, and you have to farm herbs, and you have to farm blue mushrooms, and these are all things that are available in the little world area while you're running around killing these other dinosaurs. And this is not like a little... If you've never seen it, it's nothing like you've ever seen. It's not this little... What are you all doing, you bunch of retards? Let's move them all down. It's nothing like anything I'd ever seen, at least. It's not like, you go out and you kill this little thing and it's like a Zelda-style choppity-chop. No, this is a game that it's really serious about the combat. The combat in it, while you're running around doing your thing, I'm trying to think of anything it's like, and I really can't. It's very strange. Go check it out if you get a break and you're just sitting around. Just look up Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate and look at one of the boss fights. Look at the fights. It's a little bit like Dark Souls. It is a little bit Dark Souls-y with the boss fighting and stuff. It's really similar to Dark Souls in fact. Get down if you've got nothing to do. If you're just going to stand there like a freaking reject. It's a little Dark Souls-y, which is good. That's never really a bad thing. Let's do that. Now maybe they'll put some scaffolding out there, and then maybe they'll be able to build it right. Idiots. Idiot. Now watch him finish it all. I mean, not need the scaffolding. Oh, these guys are aggravating. Go. If you want to leave, just go. Now you go build. And then I can cancel that. Well, let's pause it. Construction. Walls. Castle brick. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a kind of a... I haven't recorded anything in a week and a half, and I'm excited to be back playing, but I've been doing so much over the last week and a half that, lots to talk about. Look, why do you build one freaking brick? I want to cuss. I really do. I want to cuss. Retard! Look, they come up, they put one freaking brick down. Now 5 of them will lock each other up on the thing to build that one last little brick. We got 400 bricks. Somebody put the damn brick in. Alright, so come on, just put in that one brick. There's one brick left, and then we can start scoping up, building up the walls. We've got 300 bricks, which is about enough to do, what, 30? Not even? So we need to build these side walls too, so we can set that to be built. Castle brick, because all these walls need to go up now. We'll go up 3, and then I'll build the stuff up because they can do 3. And that's probably going to eat up all our brick right there. But we're going to schedule it all to be built during this here. And then, if worse comes to worse, if we don't, I'll let them pause it. Let them go to building. If they don't get it all built, I know they'll get this built and that built, but I don't know if they're smart enough to not build this until they build this. So we'll see. I can come back in now though and destroy all this. We go to dig mine. I've got a wide angle lens coming today for the Hudson that the UPS guy is going to be delivering here anytime, so I'm probably going to get interrupted. Oh yeah, that worked. Get that out of the way though. But the UPS guy is going to deliver me a wide angle lens because I wanted a wide angle lens for that camera. That way when I'm outside flying it around, I can get really nice, you know, images. And it wasn't but like 15 bucks. So, alright. That wall looks really good though. I like that. That's going to look good. Built the walls. They are building these first, and then they're going to all line up like idiots. So let's go to construction. Let's pause it. Let's go to utility. Let's go to scaffolding. And we're going to have to bring out 2 layers of scaffolding here. And then we'll go like that. And we can't do it over here, but we can wrap this around like that, and then like that there. I get to building it. Watch, they're all going to block each other in. I love how stupid that the AI is. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's infuriating. You really have to baby the AI when you're doing this. And I could be doing a piss poor job of it. This is just how I've done it. And this is how I've always done it. So, I mean, it's... A lot of people would chime in right now with the, oh, well, that's why we all want ladders. Ladders were OP. Ladders took all the realism out of building. I mean, it just... The guy would walk over here and up a ladder and come over and build the 2 blocks and back down a ladder, and then the ladder disappeared and he just kept walking. Yeah, they had ladders. Yeah, they did that. But for big scale jobs like this, they use scaffolding and stuff like that also. And I understand why the devs went to a scaffolding method. I would have too. I prefer the ladder, but that's just because I'm lazy and it's easier. You know, what can you do? You can let them build with scaffolding. I don't know what they're doing. There we go. All right, now we got the scaffolding around. They can get that whole outside wall done. All the inside walls are done. So it's just a matter now of getting this outside wall built up, raising the scaffolding up a little bit, and then building up the next 3 or 2 or whatever, however high it goes, and then do the roof. The roof is going to be... It's going to be a roof. Now, the roof on this thing, I'm going to build the way that I built this roof. Right here. No support braces across, no flat roof, nothing. It's just going to be an angled roof up. And Ethel's going to, of course, comment, oh, that should have a roof, man. It should have a flat. No, this is these are towered angled ceilings. They don't. It's like cathedral-like ceilings. They're not supposed to have roofs. They're not supposed to have a flat ceiling inside of them. It's just supposed to go up at an angle to the top. I actually went and looked at a house. Like I mentioned many a times that we're moving. Went and looked at a house last week, and they had like, I think it was 18 feet cathedral ceilings in the main living room, dining room area. Or the big area. I mean, this is a freaking 18 or 1900 square foot house, and the main room, you know, the dining, family, whatever you want to call it, room, the room with the fireplace, the main big room in the front, had to have been 900 square feet. Had to have been. I mean, it's just a huge room. And that's was my only turn off about the house, was that room was so big, which meant, you know, everything else was small. And I'm not a big, you know, family gathering area living. I don't need a big living room. I've got a 50-inch that sits in the living room, and a little radio stereo thing, and that's about all. Couch and a recliner and a little, you know, ottoman, but that's it. That's all that I have for a living room. So I don't need this huge, massive living room that I have no furniture to put in, because I'm a guy, and guys don't, you know, at least me, I don't decorate my house. I mean, I've got maybe 5 pictures on the walls in my house now, you know, and that's it. I'm not a, you know, whatever you want to call it, whatever those people are that you know, put their family pictures all over the house, and you got walls and pictures and families albums all the way up through the hallway and through the stairway and everything, and these fancy pictures in the living room, and end tables and lamps, and I mean, I've got ceiling lights. Those are my lamps. I'm country. I'm southern. I'm old-fashioned. You know, I'd put me a Jimmy Bass on the wall. You know, the bass that the head turns towards you and sings. I'd actually put that in my living room on the wall. So, so it's not a big fancy thing, and I don't need a living room that big. And yeah, I don't know. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, where we had that scaffolding, it didn't build. All right, so let's fix that. Construction, walls, castle brick. That's all easy to fix. Just do that. So to me, it's not that big a deal to have something like that. I don't want a big living room. In fact, you cannot have a living room. You know, my oldest daughter's grown up. She's already moved out. My other daughter, who is 17 now, she's a year from leaving out to college and gone, and it'll just be, you know, me. So it'll all be, I could live in like a little small 1-bedroom something. And save all my money to buy stuff, to buy toys. There we go. That'd be a nice way to live. Well, I got, you know, this much money, and I'm only spending $1,000 a month to live, so I can spend all the rest of it on toys. That's what I do now anyway, even though I'm still having to pay all that extra, but, you know, I still end up buying my toys. So I get to talk to you fellers about them, tell you all about them. Hey, I just bought this Hudson X4, man. It's a helicopter. It's so cool. I did finish my triple display. I did not mention that yet. I finished it last night, actually. Had to go to Home Depot. I looked. Okay, I'll take a picture of it, and I will put it on the end of this video, a little picture just to show you what I'm talking about. That way you guys that don't know. I have a 32-inch triple monitor display. They're LED TVs, and I got the Inzainia 1080p monitors because they were on sale. They were like $189 a piece. So I got 3 of them, and I built my own little monitor holder stand thingy, and it's off the wall. It's literally a wall mount, triple monitor, wall mounted display. And it's on 2 of those, I took a 1x6, and I mounted all 3 to the 1x6. Now I took 2 L brackets and flattened them out to where they were at about 30 degrees, and hooked them to the to each end of the 1x6, and then put another 1x6, mounted another 1x6 to it, so that it made it like a little bit of V-shaped with a flat middle. And or like a humped out, a bent out end shaped or whatever. Basically that way I had a TV in front of me, and then to the left and to the right of that one they angled in towards me so that you could see them, so you could look at them. And then I took on the back of that 1x6, and I had 2 wall mounts already, 2 of those adjustable arm extension wall mounts. That's what I had my other 2 TVs on, or my other TV and my other monitor on. And I hooked those 2 wall mounts to the back of that 1x6, so now it holds up all 3 of these monitors now, or TVs, are all hooked to the wall by those two wall mounts, and those two wall mounts are regulated to hold 60 pounds. Well, these TVs only weigh like 19.5 pounds a piece. So I've got a total of, what, just under 58 pounds or so of TV, and it's being held by two wall mounts. So it's, you know, it's well under, you know, well under what the regulation is for those wall mounts. And it is freaking gorgeous. I love it. I mean, it is just, it's amazing. It's TV as far as your eyes can look. And it's, I mean, I see everybody doing these little 24-inch, 27-inch, 28-inch, whatever, you know, TV, multi-monitor displays. You ain't seen a multi-monitor display until you've done one out of 32 inches, because it's just freaking amazing. I love it. Right now, the only problem is that it leans forward just a little bit too much, as in it bends, like it. If you know how you can put a TV on a wall and then you can pull it, the top of it down, so that it rotates towards you, so that you could be underneath it and still see well. Well, it's got about a 3 or 4 degree angle bend forward that I've got to adjust it for when I move. I'm going to be moving in a month, so I'm not messing with it now. But when I move in a month, I'll put some wedges in behind the back of it that lifts it up a little bit, and it'll rotate it upward some. And then they'll be flat, and when they're flat, it'll be gorgeous. Or I'll just move it up about a foot, and it'll be like that, angled down at me, and it'll be perfect. So either way, it'll be easy to fix. And I guess we've gotten everything done here except for these last few little bricks. And now what I'll do off camera is I'll finish this outside wall. I will not do any ceilings or anything else, but I'm going to let them make bricks. So I'm going to finish these last 2 levels or whatever that I need to go up on this outside wall tomorrow, and I'll skip a day. And then I'll let them spend the rest of the day building bricks, and there's the end of that. So that's all done. But yeah, I've got this, and I'll take a picture of it. In fact, I'll show it to you right about in here somewhere or whatever, what it looks like, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I really do love it. But that was my toy for the year right there, my big expenditure. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I you know, come across a little bit of extra funds and decided to spend it, and figured I'd share what I decided to spend it on with you guys. Which I always do. I always tell you guys what I buy when I buy stupid stuff. And don't by any means ever think that I'm rich, because I'm not. I am dirt poor. But, you know, you get food or income tax and stuff like that at the end of the year. So, you know, and it's that time. So I didn't have a whole lot to spend on it this year. So I bought a couple of monitors. I already had one of these monitors. I only had to buy 2 more. And, you know, so $400, $375, and bam, I've got a freaking, what, you know, the display. I built the thing, the handle, like I mentioned that I built the mount. Well, I built the mount, and I just went and got a jigsaw and some 1x6s and some L brackets and stuff, and I just went to town. I mean, I bought some 1/4-inch screws and nuts and bolts and washers and all that, and I just played with it for, you know, off and on for a couple days until I got it the way that I wanted it. I looked online to try and buy a triple mount, and the biggest one that I could find was for 28-inch monitors, and it was like $370. I spent like $65 building mine, and that was because I bought extra stuff that I didn't know that I needed, or I thought that I was going to need that I didn't. I bought like a 2x4 and built spacers, you know, trying to figure out a way to get this to work, and then decided on the L brackets. And the L brackets worked really well. But I had to take them out on the front porch and beat them down. They were at 90 degrees. 90-degree L brackets for roofing. They were, it was basically joist supports. 2 90-degree joist support, or 6-inch long, 3-inch wide, 90-degree joist supports. And I just basically beat them, turned them upside down like a triangle, and beat them until they flattened out and opened up to about 20-degree angle, and 25, 30-degree angle, somewhere around in there. I had a speed square that I used, and yeah, it's beautiful. All right, well, I'm overextended. I'm at 34 minutes, fullers, so you know, that's the end of this episode. I'm gonna record another one though today. That way I definitely get one out today, and then tomorrow, just in case something else happens, because I am moving and I am packing and I am dealing with my daughter, and I have got as the computer has, you know, hard drive, or the main board rather, we got fixed. All the problems that we've had in the last week, I've still maintained a little bit of time so that I could play and get these videos out to you guys. But my life is just really crazy right now, so where I was putting out, what I'm trying to say is where I've been putting out an episode a day, it might be an episode every other day, or there might be a couple days gap in between, depending upon what happens. So I'm going to try and record a couple episodes today, which I probably will. So you will get an episode today, and you will get an episode tomorrow, and maybe even an episode on Wednesday. I don't know. I mean, I can't guarantee anymore, at least until I get into this new place and everything calms down and I can just sit around and make videos for you guys again, which is what I really love to do. Right now I'm having to deal with the move. I'm searching, trying to find a place, and I've just got a ton of real life stuff. And you might think, oh, well, it's not a big deal. You can take a half hour any day, any time and play. Finding that half hour is the difficulty, because I'm still raising a 17-year-old daughter and I'm trying to deal with everything that's going on. So I will get as many videos out as often as I can, but I cannot guarantee one a day anymore, at least until we get into that new house. And I know you guys are cool with it. Everybody's okay. I just wanted to let you all know and come back with these 2 videos and let you know that it wasn't me vamping out like I've done before in the past. I wasn't disappearing. There was a legitimate reason as to why I wasn't doing videos, and there's a legitimate reason why I'm not doing one a day. Not that I need to explain, but I still want to. That way you guys, you know what's going on. Because I like to keep my viewers informed about what's going on and why there aren't quite as many videos as there normally is, and whatnot, and let you know what's going on with me, just because, hey, you're somebody to talk to. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, although it's been a lot of me blabbering and little bits being done. But in the next one we will finish that up, get the roofs done, or at least try to get the roofs done, and then we will turn our sights onto the next project, which will be to build that little forest, to build that little house, and eventually to go over yonder and build a real bridge. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day.